Hey, so different kind of video. You may be asking yourself, Connor, what the hell are you doing? We are actually going to try camping, solo camping for the first time. And as dumb as I am, we're going to do it right with a winter storm on the way. I'm just camping in the back of my house, right over there. Got a beautiful view of the mountain just behind us. And yeah, I'm thinking just something crazy for the first time. Got to go all out. To say I am overpacked is an understatement. We have a lot of stuff on my little jet sled here. I think it's gonna make us comfortable. I don't want to freeze to death on my first ever solo camping expedition, especially one in the winter. But I think the more stuff we have, the less we won't need, if that makes any sense. That didn't make any sense to me actually. What I'm trying to say is better to have it and not need it than it is to not have it and then need it. Whatever that saying goes. Anyway, our first order of business, it's about 2 o'clock here. Main goal tonight, we have a couple goals set. Our main goal tonight is to survive the night. That's the number one thing, don't die. I'm strategically planning this camping expedition right behind my house, like I said, just in case, I'm struggling to the point where I'm concerned for my safety. But I don't think that's going to happen. I have a little bit of knowledge on this, probably not enough, but enough to where I think I could survive the night. It's going to dip low. It's probably 32 degrees right now, just about freezing. And it's going to dip low to the teens, the high teens. I think the low is 16 tonight, which is pretty chilly. But inside the tent in our sleeping bag, I think we should be all right. Our second goal is to make a fire. Haven't made a fire in the wintertime like this. I have my propane stove just in case, but I'm going to try cooking on the fire if I can figure it out, per se. Our third goal is to make a nice, humble abode in the woods. We're going to find a beautiful spot to camp, and we're going to set up the tent so it's everything we need. And yeah, those are the 3 goals. But there may be more to come. We just got to sit and think about it, I'd say, But the main goal is obviously to survive the night. I want to do that. So, no more talking. Let's get at it. We're going to find ourselves a shelter spot and start preparing. Funny enough, not even 50 steps into the woods, I think we have a possible spot. I'm going to look for others. But here we got a nice, it's not super flat, but it's doable. And we got a couple of trees to kind of block our way from the wind and all the snow that's coming down. But I might want to find more so a hemlock so I can have the snow kind of have that roof effect come off of it, because obviously they keep their leaves, if you call them that, through the winter. So this is spot number 1. We'll see if there's any other spots around here. I think we found our spot. Not farther at all from the other spot we just looked at. But here is it's a flat area, and we have, conveniently, this hemlock tree blocking all of the rain and sleet from coming down on us, which is very good. And I think this is a good spot. We're right by the creek. We can get water when we need it, and it's just nice and secluded. It's a little downhill, so I might be worried about water buildup. We might want to do something higher now that I'm thinking about that. But I think, you know what, we'll try this out. And it's all about trial and error. If we end up freezing with just water in our tent, then we know for next time not to pick a spot like this. But I think this is our spot for here. So we got a little hills to get our sled down, but I think it'll all be worth it in the end. So let's go do that. If you may or may not see, it's already starting to snow a little bit. I thought it was supposed to come later. So we gotta hurry up and get our shelter made and get all of our stuff under. Granted, it's not a heavy snow whatsoever, but still we want to have our stuff all dry. So I'm gonna get on that real quick. I'm gonna clear this area out. I'm gonna set up a tent. tent is now set up. It's not a winter tent. I also do not have a winter sleeping bag. This is all just a learning process. And I'm definitely making a lot of mistakes so far. But I think we should still be alright. It's actually pretty warm out. It's not too bad. I know it's going to dip down later, but I'm confident we're not going to be too cold tonight. We actually have one more thing to set up. It's our gear rack up here. I'm going to put my lantern and stuff up there, and then we're going to get our bed set up. I'm curious to see how this tent fares in the snow. I only used it one time, and that was on a beach. There's a little bit of sand in here still, but I don't really know if it's going to be insulated. I doubt it. It's a very thin tent, and I know they make winter ones, but that would also add a little bit of bulk. And also, this is a little big for a one-person tent, but I like my space, you know? You can have little areas all around. So, yeah. We're going to get our bed set up and then get to working. Yeah, this is not very flat at all. The whole mound right here. It's more so flat down here. I'm thinking I'm going to put my head up on this place and then just lay my body across the bottom here as it slopes down. Blanket for extra warmth. Now, does that look comfortable right now? It's surely not going to be when it gets cold. Beautiful. Take a look. Beautiful little abode right here. It's all nice and cozy. We got everything we need in here. We're going to do the cooking outside because, one, I don't want the tent to catch on fire, and two, no carbon monoxide poisoning. We don't want that. Obviously, I have the door open, but fire's the main risk. We are going to get some bedding because I know, as you can see, that sleeping mat is super thin. Super, super thin. I was thinking in the house, if we take, I think probably some of the hemlock, some of the branches from that, we can kind of make a bedding. And it's not so much for insulation, it's to keep us off the ground, because the ground's going to conduct our heat. And we don't want that. So we're going to go get some of that bedding and see if that helps us tonight. Gonna try to pack this stuff under the mat the best I can, and if we need more, we're gonna go get more. It's time to build our fire. Tonight, so far it's a south wind. South is this direction. It's not a high wind, but tonight it's going to really pick up. Northeast wind. It's going to be coming from this way over here. So directly at my tent. But fortunately enough, we have a nice little hill right here. I think I'm going to set my fire up right at that little flat spot right there. And we're going to have kind of a natural shield, which is going to be really good. So we're going to start cleaning out that area and get the fire area started. gonna try to make kindling. I don't know how to do it, but I'm just gonna split it into small pieces. I got this little dinky tool here. Sure, there's better things out there, but this is what I got for today. I also got the machete. If that maybe works better, we'll see. But I think I got some alright wood here. I don't think it's the best, but we'll see. We're gonna take this piece inside and cut the kindling in there. I figured out how to do it because when I cut it over there, it just goes all over the place. So we're gonna do it in the tent so it doesn't get all over the place. Into the tent we go. Beautiful dinner right here. Let's go start this fire. You know, I really wanted to start a fire today. That was our second goal. And I don't think that's going to happen today. I don't know the difference between rotten and dead wood. And that's very integral in starting a fire. So, like I said, I brought my propane stove just in case something like this happened, which I had a feeling it would. We're going to cook. And also my next goal that I just figured out is to take some beautiful spring water from this creek right here, boil it up and drink it and see how it tastes. Hopefully it's not bad. I don't really know what it would taste like. I imagine it's pretty good. It flows down from the mountain. Who knows? Maybe it's the new Fiji water. But for now, we're going to cook Askamaya. Oh, Jesus. Beautiful. A little charred, but gets the job done. Tell you what, that's worth it. I'm not even upset about the fire anymore. Nice home cooked meal. Got our old humble abode set up. I may be a little cold, but we're doing all right. Hello. I'm kind of just hanging out at the moment. If you may or may not hear, it's coming down pretty heavy right now, and I don't want to get my clothes all wet. Excuse me, but I am going to go back out and try to heat up some of that water because I need to do that as well. My sleeping bag sucks for this weather. I'm going to do the water bottle trick, reheat up the water, because I brought like a thermos, and I'm going to put that in between my legs, and that should keep me warm at night. You know, crossing our fingers for that. And I also just want to try the water, see if it's any good. Not that I'm going to come back here and drink it whenever, but, you know, just for the wild, just to have a sense of it. You know, if I was ever to get stuck out in the wild or, you know, when I go camping in the future. Want to know kind of an idea how good or bad the water is, but I doubt it's going to taste terrible. And this stream is pretty clean. So yeah, that's kind of the update for now. I'm going to hang out here for a little bit. It's getting a little colder. You can definitely feel it. I'm going to probably read a book for a little bit, and I'll catch you guys back in a little bit. I just finished hydrating myself. I drank all the water. Actually, I poured most of it in there, but I drank the rest out of it. Swapped it over, so now I have an empty canister. You know, I'm just thinking about this. If I'm boiling water and I want to put most of it in there, I don't want to drink boiling water. But I could leave a little bit in the pan I think I'm gonna do that. But we gotta get out and, you know, get that fire started. Okay, we're good to go. Thing comes on quick, man. Gonna go gather some nature water. This pretty much looks like tap water. Stuff you get right out of your sink. Look at how clean that is. Barely anything in there. There's that little black thing at the bottom. But that's about it. Now we wait till this puppy gets cooking. That's just the snow melting off the bottom. And then we can take that, put it in our old water bottle, and stay nice and cozy tonight. This thermos should theoretically keep it pretty warm for a while, but we'll see. We'll see if that actually happens. Beautiful bubbles already. Not even 2 minutes in the boiling. I'm gonna consult my phone and see how long exactly we need to boil it, but I believe it's somewhere around 15 to 20 minutes. And I'll set a timer for that when it starts boiling. I was very off in my timing. It's actually 1 minute for clear water at a normal altitude. As altitude increases, you want to increase your time to about 3 minutes. And that's if it's clean water. If it's real dirty water, then you want to increase your time until... I don't even know, it doesn't say that, but we're dealing with clean water here, and there's clean water around most of the United States in terms of streams and lakes. Not so much ponds. But yeah, we'll let this boil for, I'll probably give it 3 minutes just to be safe. And then we'll do a taste test and put the rest in our water bottle. We are boiling. We have made it. The timer is set, and when it goes off, we will transfer our water into our water capsule. The timer has went off. We're all done. We shall keep this safe. I'm gonna tighten that up and then throw that right in my sleeping bag so we can keep it nice and toasty. So that should stay warm. As for the rest of this water, we can let it cool down and then take a little sip. Now, I don't see myself going outside anymore in this kind of weather, so we're gonna, once we take a sip of that nice water right there, we're probably gonna drink the whole of it just to stay warm, because that warm water should help us keep our temperature regulated a little bit. And then we're gonna sit in here, I'm gonna change clothes, and then, you know, just hang out and hope we don't freeze to death. Alright, it's done cooling down. There's a couple little dirt particles in there. That just tastes like tap water. Funny, it's from the same town I live in. Good as ever. I'm gonna close up here and then get to chilling out. As you can see, we're all snowy, so we want to get these clothes off and switch into something dry. I don't really have anything else dry. I think I got a pair of pants in my bag, but that's it. I got more socks, I know that. I'm gonna be wearing a face mask when I sleep. I heard that was another good tip. What else? Obviously, don't walk around here. Be careful of the snow, because there's a lot of snow in here. I should have brought slippers or something. Some sort of night shoes. But that's something to remember for next time. You know, this is pretty comfortable. I'm not going to lie. I got double pair of socks, double pair of wool socks. I got the water bottle right in the sleeping bag with me, and that's keeping me pretty warm. You know, it's a good trick, and I don't know how long it's going to stay warm for. I hope a while. It's a thermos, so technically it should retain heat, but who knows. I'm going to read a magazine for a little bit, you know, just kind of hang out. Kind of got to take a piss, but I don't want to get up. It's cold. You know, got to keep all the heat I can. But we'll see. You know, it's very peaceful out here for the most part, just the snow falling. I may wake up and be buried under the tent in the snow, but if I do, you know, it's a good way to go out. But no, that's not going to happen. We're just going to enjoy our time in here, and I guess I'll catch you guys in the morning. I'm going to try to get some rest in a little bit. But yeah, we're doing all right. Oh boy. So this thing's freaking bright. It's only like 8:30. I really tried to go to bed around, I don't know, 7:30. Because I was tired before. And oh god. I mean, I think I got a little bit of sleep. And I was just... And you know that just transition phase from regular sleep to deep sleep. In the snow that kept falling from the tent scared the shit out of me. And I kind of jumped, but I went right back to bed after that. It's not too bad. I just moved. My left side was getting a little cold. Just having it up, because I can't sleep on my back. That'd be the warmest, I feel like. But sleeping on my right side, my left side was just, it was cold. So now I'm on my left side. And I'm going to try to sleep this way. But yeah, it's only 8:30. And time is going by slow. I don't know. This water bottle is a lifesaver, though. It really does keep you warm. But I feel the heat slowly draining away. Slowly draining away. So I'm going to try to get back to bed. But we'll see you guys. We're failing our first goal. I can't do it. Oh my god. It's freezing in this tent. Our sleeping arrangement sucks. It's terrible. I did get some sleep though. It's around 11. It's pretty much 11 o'clock here. 10 minutes before. Oh yeah, and it is not fun. Just waking up like every half hour. Just have to move around because I'm cold on one side. Goodbye, cool campsite. It was a pleasure. Okay, back at home base here. It's been 2 days since our little camping expedition. Our big failure of that. A couple things I want to note. I try to find this clip. I know I have it in there. But I laid down on the bed after I set it up. And I had my wet hat that I also slept in. And my wet sweatshirt. And my underlayer under that. It was like a wool shirt. Moisture must probably seep through that as well, contributing to that. But I was like, you know, some parts of this sleeping bag are wet and some others, and it feels wet. I can't really tell though. Yeah, of course. I laid on it with wet clothes. And what I was thinking is when I laid down there, I kept my feet off of it. I was like, oh yeah, that's the only part that's not wet. What an idiot I am. I don't know. I just wasn't thinking. But that's definitely why we failed tonight. Besides that, it wasn't too bad. I feel like if nothing was wet and there was no moisture in the sleeping bag at all, I would have been good. But just wanted to note that. A couple other failures. I gotta definitely look into seeing what is dead wood and what is rotten wood, because I bet you some of the wood was rotten that I picked up, because you could feel just by kind of touching it, you know, it's a little more moist than the dead wood. The dead wood's supposed to be dry. That's another thing. Besides that, I mean, it was not a great trip, but a lot of lot of mistakes and a lot of lessons learned from that trip, and ready for next time. So, hope you all enjoyed this video. I know it was different. Drop a like if you liked. Drop a comment. Subscribe. I'll see you in the next one.